Alright folks, what are we doing today? Well, honestly, just screwing around. We are just playing around. So, I went to the shed. I had a small block. This is for Rolly's car, so he'd be working back on his there very shortly. So I have that and this Turbo 400 that buddy dropped off. So I don't know if he wants to use that, but I was making room in the shed. I'm trying to get more cars parked in there, so I'm trying to home or figure out where I'm putting a bunch of my motors. Except my Bobcat just died, so, well, shouldn't say it died. The Lovejoy coupler to my oil pump went kaput, so I can't actually lift anything right now. So it drives, but it's got no hydraulics. Anyways, we have a flathead I'm going to be cleaning up, bringing in. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. All I do know is it's loose. I don't really know anything about this motor. I think it's loose. I want to try to put a, an M90, like a supercharger on it. So that's kind of that plan. I have my Hemi that burnt, and I'm basically, I think what we're going to do is open this thing up or check it out and just see if this thing's going to become a coffee table or if it's worthy to fix. I'm really bummed because that's the motor I really wanted to use in my Model A Coupe. And the other extra big bummer was I had a 471 that I got from Carl that I was going to use on it. And unfortunately, that one's toast as well. So anyways, here I have a 2.8. I'm just picking a few goodies off of it. Mostly I want this transmission, so it depends. If that thing works out, I'm probably going to put a transmission onto there, like a T5. Because I believe I have one more T5 for that truck over there, up there yet. So, yeah. So that's how my day's been kind of going. But like I said, my Bobcat went kaput, so that doesn't help my cause. It's just very, very muddy out here, and I can't get the big tractor in the barn. I basically want to be able to get Esther's Buick in there. I gotta get my Model A, my Model T into there. Well, I'd like to anyways. This one I usually bomb around this in the winter with, so this thing's been parked for the summer, but we're gonna go through it quick. I want to use it. I know Esther hasn't used her truck at all this summer because she was enjoying her car, so this thing got no miles on it this year. Anyways, over into this front, the goal. Well, find a home somewhere I can put these that aren't out here. We're doing pretty good. The Buicks, I want to put it back a little more, but that frees up this, so I can fit like another two. Usually I can fit I fit usually 4 cars, half of Esther's truck or something in here, but I think if I get that back, I should be able to get 6 vehicles kind of just out of the weather. They could sit outside. It doesn't really bother me, but at least here it's a little better. I think during the summer I'd almost rather it. It gets a little humid. This thing's like a little on the, I wouldn't say crunchy side, but it's, yeah, it needs to lift up and get some air underneath it. I guess what I'll do is I'll hook up my battery. I'm going to fire this thing up. I'm going to let it air up. I'm going to move the kid's bike out of the way, and then I can back this up. I think next year I'm going to kind of boogie with this thing again. Haven't used it at all this year because I had my green truck, so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to fire this up. I'm going to move it back. Do a little bit of shuffling. I have a few motors here yet I want to pull out, and then a couple of these are just meh. They're just blocks. I don't know what I'm doing with them. But I'm going to kind of scoot some of them in the barn, and I can free up this spot here. Alright folks, this won't be pretty, but we're gonna pull the valve covers off and see what kind of grossness we have in here. 'Cause, 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 Oh, that is not good. That is definitely not good. This thing is definitely leaning towards coffee table. Boo, Ernst. Ah, yuck. I mean, anything's fixable, but financially, this doesn't make sense. This side's not as bad. The amount of rust on this. There's so many things that are not good here. Ah, boo, Ernst, man. I'll get some pliers, we'll pull the plugs, have a look. I have hopes for this side, but I'm not sure about the other side. It'll be a little messy. All right, one plug we cannot get out. We'll scope it. Scope in hand. Let's see how bad it is. First cylinder. Oh, piston's there. Whoop. Well, that doesn't look terrible. I don't know how to change this angle. Which one? Up? Nope. Okay, down. There we go. Let's have a look-see through the side. Well, quite honestly, that doesn't look terrible. Next one. Doesn't look bad. I don't know how to change it to down. There we go. This is the other side. Down the bottom. Some rust in there, but it's actually not as bad as I thought. Although this is probably the good side. I'm gonna check both sides. Like that one looks okay. Weird, got some cobwebs in there. But that looks okay. Huh. Well, like I thought, the good side isn't going to be too bad. Now, the very moist side. Huh. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Get into this one. Just make sure my cameras are clean here. Okay. Well, I don't know. Oh. I believe this has got some crunchiness there. Trying to swing around. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, that one. Go into the last one I can look into. Maybe we have definitely have some rust. Like, we're gonna have to pull the heads off. Like, there's definitely stuff in there. Let me get this camera to point straight down. Where are we? Get that all clean. Have a look-see look. Try not to touch anything I shouldn't. I don't know. May not be bad, but I think we're gonna have to tear this thing right down though. Well, it's definitely not the worst, but man, this side looks terrible. The amount of rust. I guess I'll pull, man, is that all there is for the head? Just these? Interesting. I guess these are the head bolts. I guess I'm going to pull the intake off quick. I guess we'll pull this. I want to see the cylinders inside just so... I don't know. I guess I got to basically tear this thing down. That's all there is to it. I'll see if I can find gasket set. Hopefully the pistons... Well, the pistons look okay. I just don't really want to walk them up and down. Maybe I'll just throw a set of rings in it. But this head seems okay. I'm just wondering how that one is. If it's technically... If the bits are free, then I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just get into just tearing this thing all down quickly, and then we'll have a look-see inside. Well, kind of blown it apart about this far. I don't know how much further I'm going to go right now, but like the cylinders don't seem bad, but the cam is like, I don't know, like maybe it'll clean up, but I don't know how. Well, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's going to have to come out, and I don't know how bad these lifters are, so I got to actually see if they don't seem to want to come. I don't know if this is the amount of effort I want to put into this. It's probably a cool motor that's worth it, but they are so expensive to build. I don't know that I want to go that far. I'm kind of thinking for the kind of money I'd be able to just find a running motor. Yeah, like these lifters are stuck. Like, I'm gonna put some penetrating oil on them, but I don't think... Oh, that one moved. That one sort of moved. Well, maybe I'll pickle them up and see what happens here. What have I got to lose? Man, we are not on to a good run here. Some of these come out. Some of these break. Like that. Broken. Not good. The work to put this motor together just compounds. Crappy thing is it was a running motor. Oh, see, and then the one side. Just mint. Really? Come on, how's that? Sounds so empty. Oh, there we go. That was going too smooth. All right, let's try this tough one back here again. Won't even break. Go figure, eh? Jeez Louise. There we go. That had to break, right? Well, this is just gonna break, but whatever. There we go. I knew that would happen. Okie dokie. Oh, that's how bad that is. I mean, what do you expect, right? Does a feller keep trying to mess with this? You know, I know it's gonna get loose. The more you take it apart, the cylinders aren't that bad, but there's nothing cheap about rebuilding one of these. Actually, there's not much cheap rebuilding anything nowadays. I'd much rather, I don't know. I have to sit and ponder on this thing. Golly. Yuck. This is a lot of work. The cool factor's not worth it. Definitely not worth it for me. Well, folks, I think I am calling that one. I'm not willing to financially put myself in to do this. It's a very cool motor, but you know, going from it was running and I had a supercharger I was going to try to adapt onto it to this, I kind of figure I'll poke at it because I was looking at stuff today and I was thinking, well, you know, gasket set's not so bad. I think I can figure out rings. I think you can adapt like a 318 distributor into here. They make kits to put like a big block water pump on, yada, yada, yada. But now I'm just looking at it and I'm like, the heads, that one's pretty good. This one's tight. I could probably loosen it up, but I don't know how bad the rust is on the springs in there. Like this valve is stuck. I don't think the heads are bad, honestly, but I mean, the fact that I can take this spring and just kind of do my thing. I don't know if the springs have been compromised, if you know what I mean. The fact that I can do all the springs like that. That's telling me that maybe possibly the you know, I need springs. The cam, you know, it was pitted. I could clean this, but is it gonna be good? I don't know. The motor's tight. Like, the way I would probably go now is I would pull all the caps off and then pull the crank out. That way I can get the bell housing off, to which then I can put it on an engine stand, and then I could probably pickle and get the pistons out. But when it's all said and done, these are very expensive motors to redo, so I don't know. I'm thinking this is just going to be somebody else's score on Marketplace. That's what's going to happen. It's pretty much, I'm going to bundle it up and somebody's going to get a good deal who wants to actually spend the money. I don't. So I think by now I had a rocket engine that was in the shop. I put that up on Marketplace and it was gone like fast. So I don't think this will sit around very long. I'll price it accordingly for what it is. It's basically a core of an unknown. I think it was a 315 or was it a 325? It was a Dodge. I thought it didn't actually say the red Ram on the valve cover, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Might be like a 315. And it was basically, I got the motor when Esther had her truck, her Dodge. We LS'd it, but it had a Volare clip at the time. I did a Camaro clip in it and blah, blah, blah. This motor was there. I kept the motor. I wanted the rocket in that blue Model A sedan, coupe. That was the plan, my 5-window. Anywho, I'm going to clean this up a little bit, take a few pictures, and that is going on Marketplace. That one I know I put a bar on it and it does turn, so that's good. I think this thing was actually, if I remember right, it was running and it was in that truck that Austin bought off of me. Like a blue, whatever that was, that blue Ford. I actually put a buddy had it, I kept the motor, we small blocked it, made a deal, I got the truck back. I didn't really do anything with it. I sold it to this, a buddy of mine. And whatever. I think this motor works. What I'd like to do is do this. I think Speedway has those adapters to put a T5 behind it. So I'd like to do that. And I'd like to say put a supercharger with 2 carbs on it would be pretty cool in my books. That would mean I'd need a cool car to put it in. And I don't know. I have some ideas, but we'll see. Anyways, I am thinking that's as far as I am getting today, other than a bunch of cleanup right now and posting some pictures on Marketplace. That's kind of the next thing. Anywho, yeah, that was my day farting around. I cleaned up some motors. Oh, I didn't mention the other one. I think I did. That one's going to be for Rolly's car. And I don't know if he wants a Turbo 400, but it was on that pallet when I was moving stuff around. I think I mentioned it, my forklift or my Bobcat buggered up. Basically my Lovejoy gave away. Actually what happened is that adapter I made, the bolts sheared, then this thing kind of rattled around and then basically murdered everything in here. So I got to get 2 of these tomorrow, and you can see the one screw, or what's left of it. There's 2 screws. Anyways, I'm going to try to see if I can modify that in a way that I can kind of put it on and weld it, I think. I should be able to machine. I'm going to have to do something creative. I'm going to have 1 bolt in there that I have to like hand snug all the way through. And then the other 2 bolts, I think I can machine out a slot on here, and then I could weld this on. And then I can still remove this on and off the motor. But yeah, essentially my oil pump to my motor coupler kind of Chernobyled itself. So got to fix that, and then I get back to moving more stuff in the barn. I got most of the way through it, but I didn't quite get all the way there. So anyways, that is pretty much what I was doing for my Sunday here. So anyways, as always, folks, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.